Hi everybody, hope you're having a great holiday season. It is almost 2025, so it's New Year's. I will definitely be making some resolutions, and that's always fun. But you know what else is great and can make you feel so good in usually an hour or less? And that's cleaning something out. Here's 11 ideas. Actually, it's more than 11 because once I got going on this, I started up thinking of so many things that I condensed some. Here's some ideas that you can clean out so you can start fresh for the new year. All right, I'm going to start in the kitchen, and this is a great place to start, especially if one of your New Year's resolutions is to eat healthier. You can clear some of that old stuff out and make room for new. So the first thing is old expired canned goods, or the kind of things that might sit in the cupboard like this enchilada sauce, stuff like this that is expired. I actually thought I was doing pretty good with this cupboard up here, but these super colossal cocktail onions, the liquid is gone. And there's some kind of weirdness on the outside of the cap. Like, I don't even know what's going on here. I may just actually throw this away without even opening it and recycling the jar. Another thing that this gives you an opportunity to do is to look and see, what do I actually have in my cupboard? For example, I have some opened coconut oil, which is fine. It is not expired. But guess what else I have in here? 2 unopened coconut oils that are both expired. This drives me crazy. This is just a bad purchasing on my part. And I just hate this kind of waste. I'm going to have to make some decisions. This one is over a year expired. This is definitely going to be tossed. This one just expired last summer. Maybe I can use this on my body, maybe, because it hasn't been opened, as long as it doesn't smell bad. I don't know. Maybe I can use it. Also, things like, why do I have 5 jars of capers? Why? Another thing to consider is, for example, this Crisco. It's not expired according to the date, but I opened it a while ago to use it, and it is now rancid. So I would not use this. This is also a great opportunity to reorganize things in the cupboard that you do have multiples on, like these cocktail sauces. Again, 3 cocktail sauces unopened. None of these are expired. And incidentally, I have to use a magnifying glass to even see these expiration dates. Manufacturers, maybe you could make them a little bigger. But anyhow, I'm going to put them in order, you know, the oldest one in the front. So it's an opportunity to kind of reorganize so that you can use things that you know you already have in your cupboard. You can probably guess where I'm going next. Yes, the refrigerator. Any weird old food in your fridge, get rid of. Again, make room for all that new healthy food you're going to eat this year. The only thing I really have, because I just did this because we were gone for a week and I like to do a little fridge clean out, but I have like these chipotle peppers. And they've been open in here for at least 2 years, and I keep thinking I'm going to... No, it's time to go, okay? Another section you could even just do all on its own, at least if you're anything like me, is the condiments drawer. This gets out of hand because, you know, you buy something for a recipe. Again, I just did this recently, so I don't know. Look, more capers. But you buy something for a recipe, you use 2 tablespoons out of it, and then the rest sits in your fridge for who knows how long. When it comes to expiration dates, the expiration date is usually the unopened expiration date. So if you've got condiments in your drawer that you don't even know when you open them, it's probably time to let them go. Also, anything in your freezer that's been in there a long time. Freezers, you know, they don't stop the food from going bad forever. They slow it down, but they don't stop it. Anything with ice crystals all over it, or my personal favorite, because I do hate waste, but I will save small things like this. Like, I think these are some French fries. There's probably like, I don't know, 8 of them in here. Really, I thought I should save this. Another one in this category is coffee and tea. Coffee and tea is best used fresh, especially if you are looking for the health and medicinal benefits from tea. What happened with all this coffee is we bought it for a trip or something, and then we didn't use it all, and it doesn't work in the coffee machine that we use, so we save it like we're going to use it. Well, I don't even know how old some of this coffee is, but it's all got to go. And on the tea, if it's wrapped, it's better. But if you've had tea hanging around for years, it's probably best to get some nice fresh tea that you're really going to get the benefits from. Clearing out all that old food, getting your refrigerator ready for all those new healthy veggies you're going to eat this year, it's going to feel good, and it doesn't take that much time. Another kitchen item I wanted to mention are non-stick pots and pans that are damaged. And by that I mean that the coating on them is starting to wear. You want to get rid of those pans because this non-stick coating, it's really not that great for you unless you have something new that's non-toxic, obviously. But especially some of the older ones, it's not that good for you. And when it gets damaged, you're eating little pieces of it. So if you have these kind of coated pots and pans that are scratched or damaged in the bottom where the food goes in any way, time for some new ones. Old periodicals, pamphlets, things from the museum that you're going to go to last year, all this kind of stuff. It takes up visual clutter, even when it's stacked in a neat stack, especially if it's a year or two old. Maybe you bring in some new ones for 2025. That would be kind of cool. That's sort of looking forward, and you really can go to those things because they didn't already happen. And that might be a dead spider that fell out of one of those. Old, stretched out, holey, dingy Underthings. I mean, underwear, bras, socks, any of that stuff. If it's old and dingy, just get some new stuff. I get it. Part of my problem is, when did a pair of underpants become $25? But especially for us ladies over 50, every time you put on those dingy Underthings, it just kind of shaves a little of your confidence off. So be it pantyhose, tights, socks, underpants, bras, whatever it is, if they're old and grungy, it's time to replace them. Old, worn out sports shoes. If your shoes are worn on any of the heels or any part of the sole, it's time to get new ones. Or even if you've just had them for a while, it's time to get new ones. And I know they're expensive and it seems like such a waste. That's what kind of kills me. It's like such a waste to throw these away. But our feet are really important, and it's not worth ruining our feet over. So especially if you want to exercise during the new year, maybe you're already exercising, you're a regular exerciser, good fresh sports shoes are important. Some guidelines that I saw on the internet are about 300 to 500 miles of running and walking you should change your shoes, 50 hours of sports or dance, or 6 to 12 months of wear. So if you've got some old sports shoes that have been hanging around for a while, it's time to treat yourself to some new ones. Old makeup. How long makeup lasts depends on the type it is. Eye makeup, usually you should replace anywhere from 3 to 12 months. And then foundations and some of the other makeup can last a little bit longer. But if it's over 2 years old, for sure get rid of it. And there are other factors like liquids go bad faster than, say, a dry pencil does. But especially with eye makeup, you want to be really careful because makeup can harbor bacteria, especially things like this. Like this is a liquid concealer and it's got a little pad on it. And every time you touch it to your face, even a clean face, you're introducing a little bit of bacteria. So if you've got makeup that's been laying around for a while, it's time to replace it and get something new. And another thing that can happen is the color starts to change a little bit, I've noticed. Like with lipsticks and stuff, it's like the color seems to have changed. And so it just looks better with some nice, fresh new makeup. And the same goes for old lotions, hair products, all that kind of stuff. If it's over a couple years old or you don't know when you got it, it might be time for a new one. And along those same lines, those little bottles that you get at the hotels, I don't know about you, but my husband used to travel and we had bags and bags of those things, and we still do. And they must be at least over 5 years old now, so time to go. Another one is old fragrances or fragrances that just don't smell good on you and you know you're never going to wear them. I had a buildup of these recently and I did go through them, at least the old ones. After time, your fragrances will smell different. They kind of turn bad. So you need to get rid of those anyway because they're not going to smell good on you and they're just taking up space for something that might smell great on you. But the category that I have left are fragrances that I just don't care for, but they're perfectly good. And I'll give you an example of two. And what happened, and I want to share this with you, is that I got talked into them at the department store. This is a problem for me and something I'm going to work on. But I went in for a fragrance. I'd like to find a fragrance that I like and enjoy and doesn't give me a headache, because that's a bit of an issue with me. And I got talked into a Jo Malone at one point. This was expensive. It was like $80 for this. And it's not that it doesn't smell good, but it doesn't smell good on me and I don't care for it. And the other one is this Miss Dior. Same. It's not that it doesn't smell good. I mean, it smells good. It's just not me. So here I have $200 approximately of perfectly good fragrance. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I would like to just give it away to friends. That's an idea. If you have a situation like this, like I do, maybe you can give it away to friends. That's what I'm going to try to do. Yay, I just decided that. But anyway, if you've got old fragrances laying around, and last but certainly not least on my list is old emails. Now this is a real problem for me because I use emails as a record, which I know you're not supposed to. You're supposed to file them, blah, blah, blah. But I do. Consequently, I end up with a lot of emails. And it can be, I don't know, it's just mentally exhausting to have all those emails in there. So what I do is I just go to the very oldest emails and I work from there. I don't work from the top down because the ones that are really old are easier to delete because you're pretty sure that you don't need them anymore. So just getting some of those old emails out of your email box is just going to feel really good. These are just a few really things that you can clean out pretty quickly and have a fresh start for the new year. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you can choose one of these, all of these, do one a week, whatever it is. Kind of a fun thing I like to do is set my timer on my phone for 1 hour and I'll just go to it for an hour and it's amazing. You can get a lot done and it doesn't feel so intimidating because it's only an hour. If you've got your favorite things that you like to clean out, leave them below in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a beautiful day.